You know, I wasn't surprised by the outcome. I kind of wanted to see who would respond to a little adversity from the younger guys, kind of playing against the older guys. Obviously we know that the white team, with the exception of Joe, is the most experienced group. But overall, some pretty good things. We obviously, the white team, the way they pass the ball, move the ball, shoot the ball, everything they do, obviously, is what you would expect out of two seniors, two juniors, and a sophomore who've all played significant minutes. So the white team did a lot of good things. Malik Williams obviously had another stellar night. I'm not concerned about his shooting. We all know he can shoot the ball, but 11 rebounds again, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. I mean, that's what you would expect. So some good things overall. We got a lot to do to work on. I know these guys are anxious to play against somebody else, so we made it through without any significant injuries, which is the most important thing. So just watch the film, get better, get ready for Monday.
You go with Malik shooting 10 three-pointers in a regular season?
No, because that means our defense broke down too many times where he was open. We know Malik can shoot the ball. We got to get better defensively. There's no question about that. I mean, the white team was up, pretty good at halftime, obviously. So obviously, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull just because you have a huge lead. But that's something I told him at one time, and I said that's you got to learn to play through that. Right? You can't relax just because you have a big lead. You got to try to increase it. But Malik, like I said, shoots the ball well. We've always known that. But 11 rebounds is good to see. I mean, especially for a freshman. So he's not afraid to get in there.
Are you and your new coaching staff kind of figuring out a rhythm there in practices, and did tonight help that with getting those guys involved?
Yeah, we're getting there. Greg's only been around for a little over a week now, I think. I can't even remember. But, it's just each coach has their own unique experiences in each way, and they're able to help guys. Like, I think Greg will be invaluable for guys like Darius, who has obviously all the talent in the world, but just has to learn how to play the position. I mean, it's learning how to play as a freshman is tough, but learning to play the point guard spot is about as tough a thing as there is to do. So I think Greg will be very valuable for him. Trent obviously can be valuable for everyone, but yeah, we're getting there. Still trying to just see what pieces need to fit where, but we got a lot of talent. Like I just told these guys in the locker room, I said, I don't know if we've ever had this much offensive talent collectively in teams that I've been a part of here. So, we got to learn to play defense better, because we all know there's going to be nights, especially on the road, where you don't shoot the ball well and you got to rely on your defense. So we got to get better defensively.
Red team's first half shooting, was that due to white team's defense or just bad shot selection?
I think it was a combination of both. I think the white team knows how to cover for each other when their defense breaks down. They know how to scramble and rotate and keep playing. Red team, I thought, was hunting threes a little bit too much in the first half. They just were all kind of floating to the three-point line. They stopped running their offense. And conversely, when you're not making shots, and it's something all freshmen experience, is your defense is going to suffer. The deflection total at halftime, I think, was white had 24 and red only had 8. So, there's your indication. So, they have to learn that there's more to basketball than just offense. And it takes a while. It's a tough lesson to learn. I mean, we were kind of joking about it afterwards. I asked Honest and Q and those guys when they were freshmen how tough it was sometimes. So it's a process, but, we just got to get better each day.
Do you like what you saw out of Honest tonight?
I did, yeah. He and Ray need to rebound the ball better. I know Honest ended up with 8 and Ray had 6, but they need to strive to average double-figure rebounds. Obviously, his prowess around the rim as a shot blocker is something to be said for that. But that's what I expect. I think a senior captain who's played a lot, if he averages 7 blocks a game, I mean, that'd be absolutely incredible. But, he's kind of the anchor of our defense back there. He sees everything. He knows how to communicate. But, again, that just comes with experience.
Given the advantage of the white team or the starters, did you like the way that they put the hammer down early on the get-back?
I did, yeah. And again, it was something I expected. They're a mature group. They've played a lot of basketball, and it's what you would expect them to come out and just handle their business, act in a professional way, and play well together. And they did that. But it was good to see the red team in the second half competed. They didn't quit. They played them pretty even in the second half. I mean, even the fourth quarter, they won by 1. So, they competed, which was good. It's just, I've told these young guys over and over and over, we need you guys to get better, and the best way for you guys to do that is to play against the most experienced guys every day. So it's going to make them better. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve there while they go through it.
Is it safe to call the white team the starters?
I mean, right now, I think so. I never want to promise starting lineups because, if somebody is playing really well in practice one day and they've earned it, you can always switch it. But, obviously, if we had to start a game tomorrow or something, I think you guys see who the first five would be. But, we're going to need every player on this team. I mean, the 13 guys that are eligible to play, with the exception of Steven, obviously, we're going to need everybody. So, Joe, obviously, I think showed that he can play. But again, I'm curious to see Monday, not to jump ahead, but I'm curious to see Monday when you can put a Darius or a Malik or a Jordan in with a Ray and an Honest and a Dang. It's different. They don't have to do quite as much. Joe was the benefactor of that tonight. He just kind of played his role and he played well. I mean, shot the ball really well. So it's a learning curve and it's a learning experience for these young guys, but there's no easy way to go through it except to go through it.
What's the competition? Really difficult for Darius at that point guard spot as a true freshman. How do you like his progression at this point?
He's gotten better. It's just a prime example was, I think it was the first or second quarter, he made a great play. Q came across half court. I think Darius picked his pocket or got a deflection or something and had a 1-on-0 breakaway. Well, what does Q do? He doesn't hang his head. He runs down. He slaps it out of his hands, gets a steal, goes back down, hits somebody for a three. It's those things that freshmen struggle to learn. Darius might have been worried that he got fouled. And so instead of saying, how do I make up for this on defense, you're worried about, well, I got fouled. And it's just, again, it's all part of this process. It's not something I'm going to go in there and jump on him and rip him for. It's things you got to learn. But I remember being a freshman, and when I was a freshman, there's no way in a million years I would have understood that either. But it's experiences that you gain through playing.
For VJ King, he's already